Hey YouTube, in this video I am going to show you how to install a battery, 12-volt battery in a Yamaha Grizzly 2007 400. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is the battery was dead, so we just charged it up using this battery charger. You just plug it in, so you just plug it in to the outlet, and then you would put the negative first, because that's ground, and then positive, which is the power. You do that after, and then I don't know, their battery chargers are different. So if you have this one, you would just make sure it's on 12-volt standard, and then I don't know, hold on, focus. Well, anyway, here is kind of slow, then the rabbit is fast, and then this is like supercharged or something. If I remember right, this one is even faster. It was a low, medium, and high. That's what I'm gonna call it. But you'd put it on low for about 15 minutes, and then you'd put it on high for a few hours, and then you would right here you just click it until that light comes on next to the percent with the battery, and here it'll tell you what percent the battery is. So once that's at 100, then you know that the battery's charged. So you would just, once that's done, you would take the you would undo the positive first, because that's the power. Then you would undo the negative, which is ground. Then you would unplug it and it'd be off. So now I'm going to show you how to install it. Now what you need to install it is you need 2 of these square nuts, and then you need 2 of these screws, and I believe these screws are well, they're about a little under ½ inch. So wait, yeah, they're 3/8 inch. Yeah, they're 3/8 of an inch. And these ones, this is for the bracket to put on the battery, so the battery doesn't move around. And if the four-wheeler should come with the bracket already on it, so you should get something like these. And if it's a 07 Grizzly like the one that's in this video, then it'll definitely already have it, because it already came with the four-wheeler. So you need 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these, and the battery, obviously. So now I'm going to show you how to install it now. Okay, so first things first is you have to get the seat off of the four-wheeler, because that's where the battery is. So there should be a little lever down there, and you just squeeze it, and then it pops out. It's a little tricky. Once you get it off once, you can get it off pretty easily after that. So just set that on the back. And so right here is the bracket. It just sits on the battery like this. Once the battery's in, just keeps it from moving. So right now, just set that aside. So here's the battery, and the battery just sits right in here. You gotta make sure the wires are out of the way so they don't get bent, or the metal pieces don't get bent. Okay, so with this battery, it's kind of a little tricky to do it with one hand, but okay, that works. So now what you are going to do is you're just gonna first you put the bracket on it, So you would just set it in right here, about in the middle, so there's even space. So these little wedge things right here can fit in nicely. So if I don't know if it's on all brackets, but right here it just says F1. I don't know if, I'm not sure if that means forward, or if, I don't know what the -1 means or whatever, but the arrow means that it points that way, so that's where the front should go. So just set it in right here, just like that. And so what you're gonna need to put the bracket screws in is, you could just hand tie them a little, or screw them in a little bit till they get a little too tight for you to tighten it with your hands anyway. So let's just install this. Put these screws in anyway. I think I messed up a little. I'm gonna cut the video because I messed up, I think. Oh, it's a little off, as you can see. I can't put the screw in, so I'll be right back. Okay, so what it was is I just didn't have the battery in the middle, so it was a little hard to. It was a little hard to get it right in the middle, so I just had to work with it a minute to try to get it right in the middle so it could fit on each side. So what you're going to need to tighten it is you're going to need a socket wrench, and it works good with an extension. It gives you more leverage, and the size of it is 10 millimeters. I don't know if you can see that right. Geez. Well, anyway, it's 10 millimeters. Oh, anyway, yeah, it's 10 millimeters. So just make sure that it's on. Make sure it's put to tight, obviously, like tighten, not loosen. So yeah, I'm sure if you have a socket set, you know how to do it. So I'm gonna cut to when I finish it. Okay, so all I did was just tighten those screws, and I tried to get it as tight as I could without it really being a little too tight, because if it's too tight it could break the plastic, even if it's excuse me, if it's cold weather, kinda, because it makes the plastic more brittle. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna need to take these. You're gonna need to take these square/rectangular nuts, and you're gonna slide them in the long way, or the wider way, in the sides of where you would put the clamps when you charge the battery, and it should just fit in there perfect. It should. So you're gonna want to do it on both sides. It's a little trickier to do it on this side. You're gonna have to bend the wire a little. Hold on, it might not look that nice. Okay, it's in. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna sense what you would always do when you plug a battery in to charge it. You'd put the negative on first, the ground, and then the power next. So you're gonna do that in this case too. So you're going to just put the screw into this wire, which connects to the electronics that need power in the front of the vehicle. Like this is the wire for the front. So you're gonna do that. Put the screw in that. Then you're gonna put the screw in here, and then put the whole setup through here, and then you are going to need that socket wrench again, and you're going to just need to tighten it. And this wire here is for the electronics in the back, like the tail lights, and if you were to have a four-wheeler that has the electronic power steering, then, or like, I don't know what you call it. So, I don't know, something. It's just anything electronic for the back. So I'm going to cut to the video when I finish tightening that up. Now, what happened was I had a little trouble doing it with the socket screw because it wasn't, the socket wrench, because it wasn't putting enough pressure down. So since if you hit the battery that you got has screws that you could use a screwdriver for, it's a lot easier to put pressure down to get the thread going on the bolt. Sorry for the blurriness, I can't get it focused quite good. So it's just the normal Phillips head is what they usually would come with. And if you look closely, you can see the if it focuses. I don't know why it's having such a hard time focusing. I don't know. If you look closely, you can see the little bolt kind of rising up because it doesn't have anywhere to go because it fits right in snug. So just make sure that's good. And then what you're gonna do is gonna need to do the same thing for this side. Put the screw in the little circle right here, the wire for the front. Then you're gonna need to pull this plastic piece back that covers the positive, and then you're gonna need to put it in. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna need to put it in there. Put it in that hole, and then you are going to need to put the whole setup once again in there. If I can get it in, okay. Then you're gonna need to take the screwdriver, and just tighten it up. Sorry if this video is getting kind of long. So now what you're gonna do is, well, actually the battery is installed, so just make sure it works. Just put the seat on and turn the key, and I'll cut to that point. Okay, now with all the tools put aside, the seat on, here's the moment of truth. Yep, if you got that light on, or if you, I don't know, if it's I think the whole procedure works, doesn't just work on this specific four-wheeler, but that's the one I did it on. So if that light doesn't come on, then go back in the video, look at something you might have missed, or might have done something wrong, put the wires on differently or somehow. Maybe you didn't charge it right or something. So if you get that light, then that means you got power, and then if it starts up, then you're really in luck. Okay, it started up. So okay, thanks for watching. Later.